Ghanatube SUBCRIBE for open some ahudo ATR. Now odi weni action here said the latest, the happenings, the shocks, the happy ones and all that was for Nina Ghanatube so and I was Ebeka. It's personal young wasted time Bibiano. It was for Dimechi Nanya a war on young Kungoti and Bra.
Moving on, President John Dramani Mahama has pledged not to influence any investigative body to drop corruption-related cases involving any individual. He reaffirmed his commitment to tackling corruption, a key promise made during his election campaign. The president made the statement during a courtesy call by the African Union Advisory Board Against Corruption at the office of the president. Channel 1 News' presidential correspondent Akusia Ochi reports.
During a visit to the office of the president, a 5-member delegation from the African Union Advisory Board Against Corruption who are in Ghana for a week-long assessment of anti-corruption efforts commended the government for the oral initiative.
All these are a testimony of your commitment to create an anti-corruption space. These structures play a crucial role in the promotion of transparency in the fight against corruption. We also want to commend Ghana's effort in asset recovery, particularly looted assets.
President John Mahama, while pledging to tackle corruption, reaffirmed his resolve not to interfere in ongoing investigations into corruption-related cases.
One of the major problems that was affecting our fight against corruption was political interference. The anti-corruption agencies were not allowed to do their duty without being interfered with by the political elite. And there was a clear case in point when the special prosecutor came and said that the president had called him and asked him to stop a certain investigation, and the Minister of Finance had gone to his house to try to influence him to stop the investigation into the Ajapa, we call it the Ajapa deal. And so clearly, I mean, in the past there was an effort to interfere with the fight against corruption and restrain some of the anti-corruption agencies from doing their work. I have told the public and assured my Attorney General and Minister of Justice that I'm not going to interfere in their work. And that if the anti-corruption agencies go after anybody, I'm not going to try and influence them to drop any investigation against anybody. Both for those who served in the previous regime, many cases of which we are currently investigating.
The president revealed that the 8-member Constitutional Review Committee is expected to submit its report in August.
Our assets declaration regime has not been effective because assets are declared, put in envelopes, the envelopes are sealed and put in drawers, and that's the end of it. There's no follow-up in terms of verifying that those assets are really exactly what have been declared. And so we are expecting the report of the Constitutional Review Committee in August, and I'm sure that some of the recommendations will cover issues to do with assets declaration and other means to support the fight against corruption.
The Finance Minister, Dr. Kassiel Atoforson, has laid before Parliament the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill 2025 to increase levy on petroleum products by 1 Ghana cedi to raise additional revenue to reduce the energy sector debts and enhance power supply. The minister states that a minimum of $3.7 billion is needed to clear the energy sector debt, which currently stands at $3.1 billion. He added that government requires an additional $1.2 billion to procure essential fuel for thermal power generation to augment power supply for the year 2025. In a brief statement on the floor of Parliament, Dr. Atoforson said the impact will be absorbed by the gains made by the local currency. Channel 1 News' Ni Ayikwe Ukain reports.
During parliamentary proceedings on Tuesday, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kassiel Atoforson, laid before the House the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill 2025, which seeks to increase the levy on petroleum products by 1 Ghana cedi with the aim of generating additional revenue to clear the energy sector debt, which, according to the minister, stands at $3.1 billion, and also to enhance power supply across the country.
The Speaker, the power sector risks imminent collapse if these unsustainable debts are not resolved, particularly given that the fiscal cannot accommodate the financial needs of the sector. Right Honorable Speaker, to help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector, government is proposing an increase in export price of petrol, diesel and related products.
What is before us is the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill, and basically it is saying that Ghanaians should give one Ghana cedi each when they buy a liter of fuel, so that we can end doom so. That's all. One cedis. All of us should contribute 1 cedis. Just 1 cedi per, so that we can end doom so.
The minister also disclosed to Parliament that over 900 million Ghana cedis has been disbursed to the District Assembly Common Fund for the first quarter of the year 2025. He noted that each metropolitan, municipal and district assembly is set to receive a minimum of 25 million Ghana cedis for the year 2025 for local level development.
25% of the amount transferred to the district assemblies is to be utilized for the design and construction of a model market in each district assembly. The Speaker, 10% of the amount is earmarked for the construction of health facilities where a minimum of 2 chiefs compounds are supposed to be constructed at rural assemblies. The Speaker, again 10% of the amount is earmarked for the construction of educational facilities, including 1 KG block, 1 primary school block, and 1 junior high school block. Right Honorable Speaker, another 10% of the amount is earmarked for the provision of potable water in each assembly, of which a minimum of 10 boreholes are supposed to be constructed in rural assemblies. Recognizing the need to complete abandoned legacy projects, including the numerous uncompleted structures left behind by the Middle Belt Development Authority, Coastal Development Authority, and the Northern Development Authority, we have also allocated an amount, 20% of the amount, to be used to fix the mess that were created by these authorities.
Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen added that 2.7 billion Ghana cedis has been disbursed to the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, to address challenges confronting the free senior high school policy.
As earlier announced in the 2025 budget, funding for the free senior high school program is now fully covered under the GET Fund. Subsequently, the challenges, including feeding, which previously impedes the smooth implementation of the program, have been resolved as a result of the payment that we have made.
The assurance from the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen, is that the recent gains by the cedi against major trading currencies would cushion Ghanaians against the proposed increase in petroleum products by 1 Ghana cedi. Reporting for Channel 1 News from Parliament, Ni Ayikwe Okai.
I was a woman as a pass and would image the hotier and send a buy. Now the comment me our comment section. I met pray I can Nina Eddie Amo. I had a Ghanatube for the story as usual. I was here for a crown.